Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 28th of May. Two terrorists neutralized in encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Locals lament loss of tourism potential in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. And Afghanistan's chief executive calls for probe into allegations involving presidential palace. And now for all the details. Security forces neutralized two terrorists in an encounter in Anantnag district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Tuesday. The encounter broke out in the forest of Kokarnag as the security forces were flushing out the hiding terrorist. The bodies of the slain terrorists have been recovered along with arms and ammunition, local media reports said. This comes after Indian forces gunned down the leader of an Al-Qaeda-affiliated militant group last Friday. India has long accused neighbouring Pakistan of arming and infiltrating terrorists from across the border to spread unrest in Kashmir Valley. Pakistan, however, denies the allegations. India's Defence Research and Development Organisation, or DRDO, on Monday successfully test-fired Akash Mk1S, a surface-to-air missile from Integrated Test Range in eastern Odisha province. The missile, developed by the DRDO, has the potential to neutralise advanced aerial targets. It has a strike range of nearly 16 miles and can carry 132 pounds of warhead. The weapon system is a combination of both command guidance and active terminal seeker guidance, said a statement by the Indian government. India's missile test comes less than a week after Pakistan conducted a training launch of Shaheen-2, a surface-to-surface ballistic missile. Moving on, tourist footfall continues to decline in the Pakistan-administered Kashmir due to apathy of the government. Locals blame tourism sector in the region has failed to realise its true potential under the illegal occupation of Pakistan.
Bestowed with stunning sights of mountains and a variety of flora and fauna, Pakistan-administered Kashmir is a potential tourist spot in the world. However, due to poor power supply, bad roads and lack of proper policies, the tourism industry in the illegally occupied region is on a decline. Locals blame while Pakistan continues to exploit the local resources, it doesn't allocate any funds for improving the social infrastructure in the backward region.
इधर बिजली वगैरह पानी वगैरह और ये सब कुछ मिल सकता है लेकिन बहुत ही मुश्किल होती है। ये दरिया नीलम वैली इधर आप देख सकते हैं, लेकिन बिजली के मसाइल तब होते हैं जब इधर बारिश लगती है और कुछ तूफ़ानी वगैरह हो तो उसकी वजह से बिजली कट हो जाती है। महीना नहीं आती, 10-15 दिन वो बिजली की उधर होती है। बाकी इस लिहाज से आप देख सकते हैं ये पानी की किल्लत है, लेकिन पानी आपको पता है कश्मीर के चश्मे मशहूर हैं, हर तरफ पानी है, लेकिन वो घरों तक वो उसका मसला है। बाकी आप
जितने भी सियाहत हैं उनको एक चीज़ मैं मदऊ करता हूँ कि यहाँ पे आएँ। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये है कि यहाँ पे नेचुरल ब्यूटी है और सरसब्ज़ देवदार हैं। इसके अलावा पानी के जो चश्मे हैं वो मीठे चश्मे हैं और बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त नज़ारा है शारदा का। शारदा से आगे 19 किलोमीटर है केल और अड़न केल, वो भी एक खूबसूरत जगह है और जितने भी सयाहत हैं अगर वहाँ पे आएँ और इंशाल्लाह बहुत इंजॉय करेंगे।
Part of the erstwhile princely province of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province, Pakistan-administered Kashmir has been under Islamabad's illegal control for more than 6 decades.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghanistan's Chief Executive Abdullah has called for a neutral investigation into the allegations of sexual abuse and promoting depravity at the presidential palace made by a former advisor to President Ashraf Ghani. Abdullah on Monday warned if such accusations were tackled politically, this will pose a major blow to the credibility of the government.
Afghanistan's chief executive Abdullah on Monday called for a neutral investigation to be launched into the allegations of sexual abuse of women and promoting depravity at the presidential palace. Abdullah warned that if such accusations were tackled politically, this will pose a major blow to the credibility of the government and to the image of the women in the society. His remarks come few days after former advisor to President Ashraf Ghani, Habibullah Ahmadzai, leveled some severe allegations against the presidential palace and claimed that President Ashraf Ghani's close circle is involved in sexual bribery of women and depravity.
ما قضاوت نمی‌کنیم در مورد نام‌ها گرفته شده در اینجا مسائل بحث شده اما ما هم باعث راه حل باید که باز راه حل اینه باشه که اون کسی که پیام رسانده امور جزا بدیم.
According to Ahmadzai, he has leveled the allegations based on credible pieces of evidence and documents. He said that he raised the issue with the higher level officials at the presidential palace on several occasions, but no one bothered to take action against this horrific trend. Meanwhile, President Ghani's spokesperson Harun Chakhansuri has dismissed the allegations as baseless.
And more news from Afghanistan. Officials from Afghanistan Chamber of Commerce and Industries have said that the country is facing serious difficulties in the establishment of shipping companies in Chabahar port as it does not have the membership of International Chamber of Shipping. This comes at a time when Afghan traders are preparing to send the second shipment of products to the Indian market.
Officials from Afghanistan Chamber of Commerce and Industries or ACCI on Monday said that Afghanistan is facing serious difficulties in the establishment of shipping companies in Chabahar port as the country doesn't have the membership of International Chamber of Shipping or ICS. Officials have said that the issues around transactions and high guarantees have also not been resolved. Afghanistan exported its first shipment through Chabahar port 3 months ago.
تعدادی از اعضای سکتور خصوصی افغانستان به خصوص اتاق تجارت سرمایه‌گذاری افغانستان حاضر به این شدن که کشتی‌ها را خریداری بکنن اما مشکلی که در اون ساعت تا فعلا وجود داره این است که افغانستان تا حال عضویت سازمان کشتیرانی بین‌المللی را یعنی وزارت ترانسپورت افغانستان نگرفته.
This comes at a time when Afghan traders are preparing to send the second shipment of products to the Indian markets via the Chabahar port. Currently, goods from Afghanistan are being transferred on trucks and other vehicles to the port, and then the Indian ships transfer them to the Indian markets.
And in news from Nepal, an Indian mountaineer who was forced to return back before summiting the Mount Everest said on Monday in Kathmandu that the lack of trained guides and delays on the crowded route up to the world's tallest peak were the key factors in the spate of deaths on the mountain. Most deaths on Everest this year have been attributed to exhaustion and tiredness.
An Indian mountaineer who was forced to turn back before summiting the Mount Everest said on Monday that the lack of trained guides and delays on the crowded route up the 8,850-meter summit were the key factors in the spate of deaths on the mountain. 18-year-old climber Riza Ali, hailing from India's northern Jammu and Kashmir, said that the massive traffic jams up the mountain had made scaling the world's most sought-after climb a death race. Ali said he was distraught after he had to abort his climb to the summit from Camp 4, less than 1,000 meters from the top, because of a faulty oxygen regulator, and that walking away from a lifelong dream was the toughest decision of his life.
Loads of people died this year, everyone knows, and it's been a carnage. And I should say it has become a death race there because there was massive traffic jam. And people are pushing themselves who are not even capable of doing it. They do it, they try to summit, and they, instead of summiting, they kill themselves. And it's turned into a bad thing, and I think people should really look into it.
Meanwhile, an American climber also died on the descent from the summit of Mount Everest on Monday taking the number of dead or missing mountaineers on the world's highest mountain to 9 on the Nepali side during the current climbing season. About 5,000 people have scaled the Everest summit so far, and about 300 have died on its slopes.
A group of youths in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province have started a new concept of radio on the go in the Kashmir Valley, where they go to different places and record their shows in the open. They aim to take the radio to the people rather than calling them to the radio station to record the programs.
A group of youths in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir have started a new concept of radio on the go in the Kashmir Valley, where they go to different places and record their shows in the open. The radio jockeys of 95 FM Tatka in Srinagar take their live equipments to different places in the valley, interact with the people on various issues and broadcast their programs live on their radio station. They say the concept was started with an aim of taking the radio to the people rather than calling them to the radio station to record the programs.
Actually, 95 FM Tadka जो है, we have introduced a new concept, radio on the go. आप देखते हैं जितने भी रेडियो स्टेशंस यहाँ हैं उनके पास स्टूडियो है, ऑफिस है. हमारा जो कॉन्सेप्ट है रेडियो का, वी आर रेडियो ऑन द गो. अगर हमें कुछ लगता है कहीं जाना है तो हम वहीं जाके लोगों से बात करते हैं, रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. वी हैव सर्टेन रिकॉर्डर्स और फिर वो सारी चीज़ें जो हैं ये ऑन द गो ही होती हैं.
ये बहुत अच्छा एफएम है, जैसे बाकियों से बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छे लाइव आते हैं. हमको स्टूडियो नहीं जाना पड़ता है, सीधे हमारे पास आते हैं. वी सपोर्टेड 9 FM Tadka.
The radio jockeys say they are receiving good response from the public and they have been getting requests to come to different places and do shows there.
A late-night market located near the iconic Charminar monument in southern India remains buzzing with activity during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. People in Hyderabad city have been thronging the market to buy a variety of accessories and enjoy local delicacies available especially during Ramadan.
Famous Lad Bazaar market located near the iconic Charminar monument in India's southern Hyderabad city remains buzzing with activity during the holy month of Ramadan, giving foodies and shoppers a delightful time. People have been thronging the market to buy clothes and other accessories and to enjoy local delicacies from different shops which remain open till late night during Ramadan. During the Islamic holy month, Muslims do not take food or water from dawn to dusk. They begin their day with prayers, followed by eating sehri, a pre-dawn meal, and break their day-long fast with iftar in the evening.
काफ़ी साल से हम आते हैं यहाँ चारमीनार में शॉपिंग करने के लिए रमज़ान के दिनों में. यहाँ बहुत अच्छी रौनक होती है, यहाँ चीज़ें भी अच्छी मिल जाती हैं. हर चीज़ अच्छी जो बाहर नहीं मिलती वो चीज़ें यहाँ मिल जाती हैं, अच्छे भाव में मिल जाती हैं.
रमज़ान फेस्टिवल साल में एक महीना आता है. 12 मंथ में से एक मंथ मिलता मुसलमान को, जिसमें ज़्यादा वो लोग प्रेयर्स करते. और उसके बाद ईद का एक टाइम आता 29 डेज़ के बाद या 30 डेज़ के बाद जो है ना एक त्यौहार आता, ईद आता. उसमें सारे जितने भी टोटली हैदराबाद और नियरली हैदराबाद के करीब जितने भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है और जैसा आंध्रा तक या महाराष्ट्र जितने भी दूसरे भी स्टेट लगते बॉर्डर, ये टोटली जो है ना शॉपिंग के लिए ख़ास तौर पे हैदराबाद को ही आते शॉपिंग करने के लिए.
Ramadan provides immense short-term business opportunities to food stalls, jewelry vendors and clothes shops. The holy month, which began on May 5th, will come to close on June 4th.
Models dressed in outfits based on the theme of zodiac signs walked the ramp at a fashion show held recently in India's western Vadodara city. Students of a fashion design school showed their creativity by designing the outfits as per the characteristics of their own sun signs. Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.